but I'll just tell you what's going on with my business and how I've used it and how it's grown. Textellent has helped my business grow exponentially. This year, just so you guys have some statistics and understand, revenue's up over 65%. Okay, think about that. That's a big number. And that number is due a lot to referrals and new marketing. And new marketing and referrals all come from Textellent. And that's kind of where you want to be, right? Because here's what happens with the Textellent. And again, Majid told you what it is, but let me put it in practice for you guys so you understand how it works. Mrs. Smith always comes in on that third Saturday of February. So the Textellent bot automatically texts her 7 days out, 10 days out, and 3 days out to come back in. Well, I can tell you how many clients I've saved, and I saved come back to me because they're like, oh, I was going to go to my brother's friend who's a new accountant, but you texted me, so I'll come back in. That's what I want to do. I like that. Okay. Then what happens is when we use the software after the return is accepted, okay, a lot of us are uncomfortable asking, myself included, asking for a referral. Okay. And so what happens is I don't want to ask for the referral. Textellent does it for me. Okay. So after return is done, the next day we send out basically a thank you letter saying, you know, thank you text. Hey, thanks for working with us. And that's basically it. And then about 3 days later and 7 days later, we send out a thing saying, hey, thank you again. Do you know anybody? And I'm going to tell you, it's really funny where we get the referrals from, because my business is not a traditional tax business where most people, tax businesses, make all their money from like February to April 15th. We make more of our money actually from April to like July, because we do a lot of business returns, so they all get extensions. They do that. Well, all these people who are business owners know other business owners who didn't file yet. So when we file them in June, and then I send them a text 3 days later saying, hey, by the way, do you know anyone who didn't file? They're like, oh my God. And they call me up. My friend needs to file immediately. Can you help him out? Yes, I can. Okay. And then Majid also stole my thunder, which is okay, Majid, I appreciate it. We've gotten at least 2 a year new clients from bad phone numbers. And what that means is I'm texting these people who were clients years ago, or whatever it is, because it automatically gets their number, captures their number, and then every year it texts them on their birthday. And so I've had clients come back who are former clients say, oh, you know, thank you for remembering my birthday. And I'm like, did your other accountant remember birthday? No. Okay, I'll come back. Perfect. Or we sent it to a wrong person. And like, you know, Majid said, you know, Victor is not, I'm not Victor, I'm somebody else. Well, do you want someone to do your taxes? Yes, I do. Okay, I'll do your taxes for you. So that's kind of cool. We just sent out a text blast literally yesterday, and it's at the bottom of the slide. This is the BOI CTA. So all you guys and girls know about the Beneficial Ownership and Corporate Transparency Act. And you know that as the accountant, we're the trusted advisor, and we're ultimately responsible for it. Okay. Here's what happens. I texted all of my clients for last year and this year and said, if you own an LLC, you need to file this. I don't want to say what we're charging the people, but today alone, I've already made $40,000. Okay. Before this is done, I'll probably make over $100,000 on the BOI CTA compliance. And literally it cost me, wasn't Majid, you gave me, was it $90? I think I put in my account yesterday. It cost me $90 to send a text to every single client. Okay. And I can basically, it's kind of funny. I actually have it up. I know you guys can't really see it well on the phone, but where's the camera? There it is. There's the text I sent to everybody. Okay. And it basically says, you need to file your Corporate Transparency Act. Okay. And it went out this morning at 9:01, and literally at 9:04, I had my first phone calls, texts, and emails from people saying, you need to file this for me. How much are you going to charge me to do it? Let me do it for you. Okay. And so it's a ongoing thing. We also do tax resolution. Okay. Some of you guys do that. Some of you girls do that. And with those people, and with quarterly payments, for example, we text people every quarter, hey, make your quarterly payment. Clients love that. And there's no out time on me. In other words, I've already set it up as a text blast 4 times a year. I have a January text, April text, a June text, and a September text, right? And I add the clients to it, the new clients who need to be quarterlies. And it just says, dear client, hi, this is Dave from Zebulon Tax. You need to make your quarterly payment. It doesn't even say how much you need to make. It just says you need to make it. And clients love it, like, and they get text back all the time. Thank you for reminding me. That's so nice of you. My other accountant never did this. And then what happens is, because I'm touching the people anywhere from 6 to 10 times a year easily, they remember me and they don't want to leave. And they think of the value that I'm providing to them on stuff that I should be doing anyway. But think of the time I have saved by not calling my clients every single quarter to say, hey, you need to make a quarterly payment. Okay. Because when I call them, what do? They don't pick up. But when they get a text, it takes 2 seconds to read it. Like, oh, I need I'm showing my hands out here. You can't see it. But, they get the text every quarter and they're like, oh my God, this is great. Now, one of the things that Majid didn't tell you about, but I'll tell you about, is that we now have some integrated AI into the system. And so what happens is, and we have some array accounting functions. And so what that means is my quarterly payments, my old texts were, hey, you need a quarterly payment. My new text is going to be based on last year's number, your quarterly payment's $1,000. And then for Mrs. Smith, it's going to say $3,000. And for Mr. Jones, say $2,500. It's going to read the numbers exactly the way it needs to be. So it'll be a little more personalized rather than just a generic text to everybody, because that's a brand new thing that we're rolling out. I'm not supposed to tell anyone that. Am I, Majid?
You're good, Dave. You're good.
Yeah. So that's brand new. That's coming out. And then also for, getting documents. We don't have an issue anymore getting documents, because what happens is clients come in and they drop off their folder or they upload their folder. And of course, the folder doesn't have all the documents in it. Gee, what a concept. That never happens. And so you're sitting there and you're like, wait, I know you worked at this company last year. Where's the W-2? And you call the client and he doesn't respond. Okay. And you call the spouse, they don't respond. And you're like, crap, what do you do? Well, we text them immediately. And within 7 to 10 minutes, we have a picture of the W-2 on the text. And we can finish the return, and this way they can get in and be done. Okay, so communications is unbelievable, because no one picks up the phone anymore. No one answers emails anymore. But what they do is they do respond to texts. Okay, and that's kind of key. So it's made us much, much more efficient. So we're not wasting clients' time to call them and have this call us back and I'll get to you tomorrow, whatever it is, I'm busy. Nope, they text, even if they're on a phone call. Like, it's funny, at the beginning of this phone call, before I started talking, I was actually texting on my phone other people, waiting, because it's like I can do that while I'm waiting to do stuff, right? You can always be on a phone call or a Zoom call. Well, not now because I'm actually talking, but be on a Zoom call or a phone call, and I can text and do it. And so people like texting. Okay. And again, it's very, very good. We've freed up a ton of staff time of just follow up and just stupid stuff. You have to, stuff that you have to do. You have to, client gives you, I make up numbers up. They have 4 W-2s. They give you 3 of them. You have to get the 4th one, and you sit there and wait and wait and wait. I don't wait anymore. We text them right away. Boom, we get the thing, returns out. So we're getting all our returns out usually in 2 to 5 days, which is our timeline. We're trying to get down to 3 days would be ideal, but it's just not realistic because some people have more complex returns and whatnot. And it's not that, every return is big or small. I mean, we have some simple W-2s as well, but we only do drop off or upload. We have no in-person sit there and wait for me, because we have found that that's inefficient for us. So our typical client will come in and drop off their documents or upload their documents, and then we'll give them a day, 2 to 5 days from that date that their return will be done. And we'll be able to review it at that point. So that's that.